Hi, this is Mr. Harmless, and we are starting lesson 5 in this chapter. And this lesson 5, I know we skipped a couple lessons, but at Danville High School, we're not doing all of this section in our regular geometry class. We're not doing all of this chapter. We only do lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 5, and I think it's lesson 6 after this. So those are the 4 sections of this chapter that we're going to cover. All right, so in this section, talk about proportional parts within triangles. Okay, so in any triangle, get my pen ready here, go with some red ink. In any triangle, a line parallel to one side of a triangle separates the other two sides proportionally. So in this case, XY is parallel to RS. And if you remember, this is the way we notate parallel lines in a diagram, is with these arrows or triangles, whatever you want to call them. When these are parallel, they're going to cut off these sides proportionally. So we're talking about here and here, this little segment here, and this segment there. So notice RX is right here, XT. So on one side, it's cut off proportionally. These two pieces here, and then these two pieces here, SY over YT, SY over YT. Whatever the lengths of those are, they're going to make create a true proportion. In other words, whatever this number is over this number is going to be equal to this one over this one. Okay, let's take a look at an example then that you might have. If we know that these are parallel, then we know that these are proportional. So I know that the 6 and the 18, and I know the x plus 2 over the x plus 22. And they're going to be equal to each other. So you can see how when you set this up, this makes it a fairly easy problem to work out. Let's go ahead and start by doing some simplifying. I know that 6 goes into 6 once, 6 goes into 18 3 times. It's going to make my cross multiplying a little bit easier. 1 times the x plus 22 is x plus 22. X plus 2 times the 3 is going to give me now, so the 3 times both of those, 3x plus, the 3 is going to be times both. So we're thinking 3x plus 2, right? 3x, and then 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, so on this side, we've got 3x plus 6. On this side, we have x plus 22. Now let's go ahead and work out the solving part of this. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. That gives me on this side 3x minus x is 2x. My 6, my equal sign. The x's are gone, and I have 22. I could write it over here, but I'm going to slide it over. Now we're going to subtract 6 from both sides. Scroll down a little bit. And so 22 minus 6 is going to be, I think, 16. And then 6 minus 6 is gone. I have my 2x. I'm going to slide it over a little bit. And then my last step, I forgot to switch colors. I'll just switch back this way. Divide by 2, and I get x equals 16 divided by 2 is 8. All right, so there we have our x that we needed to find, and all it was asking for was x. And so there's that first example. So this is how we're going to use these proportions. Okay, they're going to give you an unknown, and you have to set up your proportion and solve. Okay, let's go ahead and try example number 2. There were 2 examples here. This is a good one just because it gives you another type of problem. Same basic idea, but it's going to look a little bit different. HK is 5. KG right here, 10. JL right here is half the length of LG. So this is half of whatever this one is. Okay. So now the question is, are these parallel? Well, if they're parallel, these will be proportional. Well, whatever this is, so let's say it's 6, it's half of this one. Is that going to be true? That's the exact same thing we got on this side, right? If it's the exact same scenario, this shorter one is half the length of this one. This is half the length of this one. I don't know that it's 6, but I just know it's half. If this is 7, this one would be 14, right? It's half. So it's going to be the same scenario on both sides. So are they parallel? Yes. Okay, you won't have as many like this. Most of the ones that I'm going to have you do are going to be where you have, uh, you know that they're parallel. You need to find a missing part. All right, go ahead and try the practice exercises. I think there are 6 of them. After you try them, I've got a video for you to try, or a video for you to watch where I work those out for you.